Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I am Frozen Melon, and today we're starting a completely new arena run. But unfortunately, it's one thing before we even start, I do want to bring up, which is this stupid achievement here. Like, I don't know if I can refresh it or whatever, but as far as it goes, I don't think it's fair. Because I'm not spending 3,000 gold just to turn around and do that, so I will just get rid of it, because essentially what you're saying is the fact that you only spend 3,000 gold on just being able to get a skin, which is a silly one. But anyway, let's just jump into our arena. We get our ticket from the pass. We've just done a rogue, so I don't want to do that. I've done a warlock fairly recently, I think. Let's try out warrior. Let's go. Sunfire Smithing, I think, is a really good card. If I get lots of rifts, they can be pretty good, so hopefully we can do. That'll be the objective for that. I'll take the potential for the dredge. I'll take another bridge rift. As many rifts I can get is going to be really good. That could be pretty good as like a late game focus, maybe. Chorus Rift is pretty good as well. Take a Blood Cell Raider here. I need some early game as well, otherwise I'm just going to get flattened by it all. Or take the Extractor there as well, because it's better than nothing. This draws a weapon, which I don't have just yet, but it could be worthwhile. I only need 3 drops, and if I can get a weapon, I can get a weapon. It's a 2-drop, it's better than what I currently have. That's a pretty good weapon. Might as well pick it up. Some of the worst cards. I'll take the Soul Seeker. At least it might give me something for my opponent's deck. I would love that, but I gotta take a late game card there. Again, we're going to try and leverage as much armor as we have. That's a good 5-drop, better than the other 2. Another Sunfire Smithing as well is going to be really good. I'll take a Fairy Dragon. I need more decent 2-drops. Another Bridge Rift. I don't have the 1 dragon. That's an elemental and a beast. That's another dragon. That's a pirate. It's a mech. I could eventually get like really big, but it's most of the time it might be. Yeah, I think it's worth picking up one of them. Another rift. Why not pick that up? The Naga there for the brute, plus it does synergize with a lot of stuff I already have. Another imputed axe. Is it time? Because most of the time I'm going to have stuff on board, so yeah, we'll take the imputed axe here. And execute, just to make sure I have some late game removal. Guard the City isn't bad. And it's a 2-drop and a spell. Gives me more flexibility. We'll take the Rift again. That's not bad. For each damaged minion, attack all enemies. Or do I go for the burst control with... Yeah, we'll take the Garrosh. I think having a burst late game is going to be pretty good. Take the Taunt, that gives me more cards. That's going to be a lot better than most. That is really good to be buffed. So we'll pick that, since I do have 2 of them. Hmm. Now here's something that I'm more worried on. Do I take the Sanguine Depths for that potential finisher with the Grommash? Or do I think I'm never really going to get that far and I should play some other stuff instead? I got a good amount of card draw, I got a good amount of card generation to get minions back. This is a pretty good one. And it's a decent 5-drop as well that I can play off curve. This, though, allows me to dredge to kind of make sure I get the cards from my deck I want. But I think it's only a 2-drop, so there's no immediate effect. I take the Drum Soloist. I think it's slightly better. I would love to take this, but I gotta take the Cruel Taskmaster. If I do get the Grorosh combo off, then we're living life. So that's our Warrior deck. I don't think it's bad. The Sunfire Smithing's, I think, going to be very important, such as the Rifts as well. I have 5 Rifts in total, so I want to make sure that I get the Bridge Rift repeatedly, if I can get it off. But anyway, let's jump in.
Garrosh versus Maiev.
Okay, against the Rogue.
None can escape my fury.
Victory or death.
Playing that on turn 4 could be hilarious. Or it could be terrible. Keeping this is a mistake with my deck. I'm just going to say it now. It's one of those cards that I kind of want in the late game as a filler card to kind of almost generate other things.
This place is scary.
That's a decent 4-drop to play on turn 4 if I need to. I'm calling them out because I want to get the Infuse off, basically, for this, if I can get it off by turn 3. So if they kill this, it's good for me. If they don't kill it, it's good for me. And hopefully I can out-tempo this rogue early on and then jump into like 8 mana cards that cost 5 or 10 mana cards that cost 5.
Stay back.
That was your last.
That's fine here. Like, I'd rather have them have that than anything else in my hand. If they just play it, I can play this anyway.
That was your last.
Stay back.
Now I'm going to start buffing my minions up. I don't want to play this turn, and I kind of want to... Actually, playing this in turn 5 makes no difference. It's not really the first Rift I want to play most of the time, it's the second one I want to play. But I might not have an option about that if I don't draw another Rift in the next turn. Depends, we'll see what my play goes, because at the moment this is just a decent play that I currently have, so I don't need to rush it. But I'm kind of curious what my opponent has. They all seem to be taking their time. I will just play it at this point. We did this before and it's never turned out that well. We've also done it before and it's turned out amazingly, so we shall see.
Boosting beatings per minute.
Infuse 3 gains stats equal to the attack of those infused minions. Okay. I send this face. It's just worthwhile like that. I think we just do this because that is the best one. Trading that off just so later minions don't get like quite a lot of stuff. And then I'm going to push damage face because I want to make sure I close this game out in the next few turns. And when it gains the stats, does it gain the stats of the unbuffed minion or the buffed minion? It's a very big question. Like here, them using that to try and stay alive is good for me because I've got bigger stuff to come.
This guy's toast.
That is quite a lot to throw at that.
This guy's toast.
My best play is this, unfortunately. I would love to play some of these cards, but like so far I haven't needed to, and the next time I get to play this, so it is the only problem I have with that Fire's cards is the fact that sometimes just the cards you get are not better than what's in hand for tempo purposes. Although like this is great to play it out.
It's all the same.
We just play this here. Kill that. Push that face. Do I need the weapon? The weapon could be good burst, we'll hold it. Now there's the thing that I probably should have killed the 6/6 off, but them sending this back to my hand is, or back to my deck is not a problem. Like it's a waste of tempo for them to do it. And Bullocks my opponents just didn't have any decent plays to kind of deal with a board that was more consistent. And there we go, first win. Nice. Not bad, not bad. But yes, I played the Fires and it was completely pointless. So that goes to show that you don't really need to keep this card. It's one of those ones where I think in Arena, as much as it is kind of cool to have like massively good plays, and like if the game progressed longer and I had goes against bad deck, yes, that probably was like a really good play for me to make when they didn't have any to play. So my late game is going to be more efficient as well as more powerful because I can drop 6 mana cards, 2 of them in one turn, 8 mana cards, 2 of them in one turn, or a 6 and 8 mana card, 2 in one turn, which can be a lot more problematic to deal with, and I can maintain that value by having everything else. The issue you have is sometimes you're already winning the game so much by that point that if you can play this on a turn, you're probably winning the game anyway, if you can have a lull turn to play it. If you do get to play it, you still got to survive a turn, which is not great as a comeback mechanic. It's almost like a setup turn that's completely random, in which case you sometimes lose more than you gain because you don't actually know what the cards are and if they're going to be useful. So, yeah, although it could have been fun, it might not be the best thing to keep. But anyway, if you do enjoy the video, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.